Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's Movie Vlog. I am the critic who is a cynic. How is everybody doing? I know this is early and I know that not everyone was ready for this time, so if you're watching this later, I am very sorry that this live stream did not come on the normal time, but there is someone who is in town in my friends group who we are going to dinner for, essentially. It's kind of this weird thing, but it was something that was planned. I tried to get it moved, and this is the only day that works for everybody, and so therefore my hands are unfortunately tied, but I still wanted to get this movie stream out because I want to watch some Muppets Christmas Carol. I have not seen it since I was a kid. My wife was actually singing some of the songs and telling me some of the characters that are in it, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's really been so long since I've seen it. In fact, it's almost to the point where it's going to be a relatively new experience, seeing that I cannot remember a lot of it. But anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome. John Matrix, how is it going? Tina Lano Calrissian, Ear Trap Productions, Patrick McDuff, what's going on? Peabody, what is going on, bruv? Proper Jeremy, Big Daddy Sunbeam, Caitlin, Keeper of the Jeremys is here. Hello. Hypern, what's up, bruv? Hey, how's it going, bruv? Henka CT, what is going on? How is it going? G Monkey 76, what is going on? What's going on? Wesker 75, hello and welcome. How could your hands possibly be tied? It's a great question. But we are going to be starting the movie over the next 5 minutes, so I'm going to try and start it around 5:42. That way the movie can end with me having time to get dressed and also make my way over to eat dinner. We're going to a really cool Italian restaurant that has delicious food, and we have a gift card, so we are very excited because it means that we can thoroughly enjoy ourselves, and I am very pumped for it. So let's see. While people are starting to join, we got 20 people here. Hello, welcome to Asgard. If it's been a while, or if maybe you've never been here before, welcome everybody. But let me go ahead and give a shout out to my patrons: A Grey Jedi, Adam Shawhan, Dave Bob, Delete System 32, Donald Hudson, Edward Coleman, Enrique Evangelista, Frank the Tank and the Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan, Greta Zenner, Harold Francis, Hunky Chunky, Funky Monkey, Inflamed Wood, Ultra Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, Clafis, Laura Story, Matthew Kadish, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin, Outpost Dyer, Perpetual Punster, Proper Jeremy, The DJD Show, Those Two Ball Guys, Tina B, and Wolfgang. Thank you so much for being patrons. You're all amazing. Wolfgang, you are the newest one, so welcome indeed to the Army of Asgard. And also, if you are a patron supporter, guys, there is a podcast episode out today. Not only is it the first patron-exclusive podcast that will be coming out every single week, but it also gives you a breakdown of the future tiers, not crying tears, but different segments of the Patreon that are going to be going live tomorrow. So it's going to finally happen. We're going to have a $1, $5, $10, and $25 tier. More details coming out tomorrow, or if you are already a patron member, go ahead and check out the podcast. If you don't want to listen to the rest of me talking about my philosophy behind films and behind how I review and look at movies, and also breaking down and giving you a sneak peek into my top 10 list, including my honorable mentions and also my 10 through 6 choices, then go ahead and just skip to the end, and then that way you can get a little insight into what I have being offered for patron supporters. And yeah, also just a quick word, if you are a patron supporter and you want to get in on some of the new perks that are going to be added in, you're going to want to change by January 1st. So that way, once the charge goes through for the month, you will be eligible for the new perks in the various categories. So again, look to that. They will be live on Patreon tomorrow, so that way you can look at them for yourself so you don't feel like listening to the podcast. But it is there. It's a relatively long one. It's about 50 minutes, and I'm going to try and keep it on the shorter end unless you like long podcasts in the future. Hypern says, just wanted to stop by saying hi, hope you are well, enjoy the movie, I'm in the middle of watching Princess Mononoke, Movieception, that's awesome, I've heard great things about it, I do like Miyazaki a lot, so that is definitely a movie that's been on my list for a long time, so hope you enjoy it. Allison Cleveland, what is going on? Darth Vid, hi Odin, can you throw away the toy in front of you? No, I cannot, because Rose Tico, Aussie Rose Tico, is here to stay because she's Aussie and she's fantastic. Patrick McDuff, I haven't seen Muppets Christmas Carol since I was 9. Yeah, probably around the same for me. Proper Jeremy says, I miss Voorhees 67 being the last one. It's like a movie when a high-profile actor's name is saved for the end of the cast opening credits. I know, right? Well, Proper Jeremy, I'm sure that there are certain things that you could do to make that happen again, possibly. It's a Trap says, my lord, you should have a mug design that says fanboy tears. I really should. At this point, you were absolutely right saying that so many people got so confused about it. Donald Hudson, what's going on, bruv? Proper Jeremy says, great talking to you this morning, by the way. Absolutely, Proper Jeremy. It was great to be on the Lethal Lightning stream, and it was a really cool discussion. Unfortunately, the DJD show just decided to take up the entire conversation, and it was like it was on his channel or something like that, but that's just me. Wesker joined with Patreon today, actually. Thanks for your videos. Well, thank you so much. Are you Wolfgang? Because if you're Wolfgang, welcome, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the community, and thank you so much for being a patron and watching the videos, man. I really do appreciate it. Really do, man. Awesome, Wesker. Well, congratulations on joining and welcome. The $5 tier will have certain perks to it coming in the future, so if you want to keep that amount, you can. But there will be other options for you to look at as well. Obviously, everyone's going to have a different thing that interests them, and each one has their own perks, so look out for that in the podcast. That's available for you as a patron member, so you already have access to it on the patron page. And also look out for Patron tomorrow, where I will be updating the tiers. That way it'll be all together in time for the new year. Don Hudson says, yeah, DJD tends to do that. Yeah, seriously, DJD tends to just decide, you know, wherever I am, it's DJD time. So let me just go ahead and take over this this YouTube channel or this podcast or whatever it is he's doing. And I love him to death, but... Proper Jeremy says, I feel you, bro. He misses his live stream options after the strike, which is understandable. Oh, for sure, Proper. I think that if anyone has a right to start taking over streams, at least at this point in time, it absolutely would be him, seeing that his channel got taken away from him for stupid reasons. Blitz Kriegman, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Tina, evening. As I cry over the loss of my team, I watched your overrated list and realized I sure as hell didn't see a lot of the movies in 2018. I didn't see a lot of movies either. Like, people always ask me, why wasn't this on the list? Why weren't some really bad movies on that list? And the reason why is because I don't tend to see bad movies. If a movie gets bad, it gets panned by audiences and critics, I'm not likely going to actually go to see it. I'm not going to waste my time or my money on those types of films. Now, of course, if I get any, like, if the channel gets bigger and there becomes a niche for that kind of content, well then, damn right, I'm going to try and review those kinds of movies for you guys and come back to you. But at this point, there doesn't really seem to be much of it. In fact, more people, I think, are interested in Star Wars content and generalized thoughts on pop culture than they are on my actual independent film reviews. There are definitely people who appreciate the film reviews, and I love you to death. But there is no denying that the Star Wars videos do definitely do a bit better. Perth Comics says, hi, Odin. I hope you got everything you wanted for Christmas. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot on my list. There really wasn't a whole lot on my list. And so overall, I would say, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Proper Jeremy, please let me know if I ever become like that. I feel like I will sometimes become too passionate about what I'm talking about on streams, and I don't listen as much. I mean, I'm Proper. I've only been on a stream with you a couple times, and you definitely don't come across as the person that takes over the entire stream. So I will let you know if that ever happens just behind the scenes, but I have not noticed that at this point. So keep doing you, man. Keep doing you, boo. Big Daddy Sunbeam 2018 was a disappointment, but there were some really good films. Again, my top 10 list is going to be coming out over the next couple of days. In fact, Greta, who's one of our patrons, and also a mod, she is actually someone who has her own YouTube channel now, and she just released her top 10. I have not seen it yet, but it's 16 minutes, and so it makes me think she put a lot of thought and time into this list, so I can't wait to actually watch it and to see what her top 10 are. I've already released to the patron members and the podcast my 6 through 10 and my honorable mentions, so if you kind of want a sneak peek of the films that I liked and you're a patron member, you have access to that. And then I'm going to do my full 1 through 10 list over the next couple of days. I'm still need to see a couple of movies before I finalize it, but I'm pretty confident that nothing is going to shift it. I actually watched 8th Grade and Mid-90s today. Both were fine films and both had excellent qualities about them, but they were not good enough to get onto that list. At least they did not get onto my most overrated list, which is the one that's currently on right now. Tina says, just stay clear of Holmes and Watson. I don't want you to damage your brain. No, seriously, I've heard nothing but terrible things about Holmes and Watson. So yeah, definitely not going to be watching that. At least not trying to. Maybe there'll be a day that I'm at the theater and I have time for another movie and I say, oh, maybe I'll just, lollydale into this one little theater over here and see what's going on. But Yeah, I'm going to try to avoid it at all costs. Patrick McDuff says, forget episode 9, Soy of Wokeness. I'm more excited for Star Wars Theory Vader episode 2. I'm right there with you, man. If you have not seen the Vader fan film series yet, go watch episode 1. It's really good. I said that my biggest critique of the first episode is that there are not enough wide shots. When all the action happens, it's usually very close, very quick. And obviously, that's a technique that's done for very clear reasons. Usually it's when you don't have the ability to show the fight sequences and you don't maybe have the best stunt team, or you don't have the best choreography, and so therefore the quick cuts make it look more action-packed than the fight might actually be. And that's totally reasonable, especially for a fan-made film. But I would love for in episode 2, for them to maybe pull the camera back a little bit, maybe get some more choreography, get some better choreography in there, and get some really legit fight scenes going on, and just to open it up a bit. I think that's a good thing that they could do overall. All right, Wesker, Germany here, 12:45 in the morning. Take care. Looking forward to more content. Wesker, thank you so much for being a supporter, and do look out, either listen to the podcast episode if you want to, or look out to Patreon tomorrow. I will put a post once all the tiers are up. But yeah, really, really cool changes coming for 2019, and I cannot wait to get the ground running on that, including a more defined streaming schedule, which I know a lot of you are going to be very happy about since I'm very haphazard. The Saturdays will stay the same, and it looks like Monday and Tuesday are going to be my streaming days, but of course I will get you guys a full schedule once I have that ironed out, but that is coming very soon. Wesker, you have a good night, man. Elda Cayuga, what's going on, bruv? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get our copies of the movie ready, so that way it can be finished in time, so that way I can make it to dinner on time. So yeah, I rented mine from Google Play, so let's see. Play Muppet Christmas Carol. 85 minutes, watch. Okay, that is perfectly fine by me. Okay, how do I open this in another window? That's what I want to know. Can I watch this on YouTube? Actually, no, that would have the same problem. I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. All right, got it set to 0 seconds. Let me go ahead and get my clock up and running as well. All right, let's see. Clock. Online stopwatch. Tina says, a schedule? We don't need no stinking schedule. I know, seriously. I know the Valkyrie will be very happy with a schedule. And yeah, better. It's like, yeah, I'll see it when once I see it, then I'll believe it. I totally understand. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and just get that there, and then let me edit this, because that's obviously too big. It's too big. We can't see. I know. I hear you. There we go. Perfect. All right. I know my Valkyrie can be very happy with having a schedule, and I know that a lot of people who are normally not sure about when I'm going live will be happy as well. Donald Hudson says, what's for Din Din? Italian restaurant, so probably for me, chicken parmesan, 2 types of pasta, crab fingers ×2 as the appetizer. It's like a full meal. So at this restaurant, they have this amazing, like, huge dinner. So it's like 3 or 4 different courses plus dessert, and it's reasonably priced, I would say. It's but obviously for 2 people, it gets kind of pricey. But we have gift cards, so we are set, and I'm very, very excited for it. Anthony Franklin, what's up, dude? Odin, glad you were on a bit earlier tonight. I've missed quite a few, as I'm always up early for work on a Sunday. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Geeks and Gamers, what's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Odin coming to you another video. What's going on, dude? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are about to start a Muppet Christmas Carol, so if you want to join us, you absolutely can. But yeah, welcome, man. We got a celebrity in the house, y'all. We've got 100K YouTube channel in the chat right now. 100K. Congratulations, man. Seriously, it's awesome. Oh, such a great film, and I have not seen it since I was a kid, so I cannot wait to experience it, almost experience it for the first time all over again, because it really has been that long. But seriously, man, Geeks and Gamers, awesome channel. Go check it out. Go give them some more subs. They don't need any more. Yes, they do. We all need the subs. We all need the subs. Bama game starts soon. Hashtag roll tide. Well, I know who's running the Geeks and Gamers account right now because there's only one person who would say roll tide, and that is, of course, the infamous Jeremy. Seriously, man, good luck to your team, and also congratulations once again on 100K. So awesome. So glad to be a part of the Geeks and Gamers team, and it's very exciting. It's always me. Is it always you? I used to feel like, wasn't it used to be Lauren? Whatever happened to Lauren? Hashtag save Lauren. It's a Trap says, all the subs, my lord, all the subs indeed. Proper, Jeremy. Now I can remove Geeks and Gamers from my mods because I know who it is. Damn right, son. I know, seriously, Nitrium, seriously. Lauren found love. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Hashtag save Lauren, though. Seriously. Oh, man. Well, Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy, thanks you so much for stopping by, man. Good luck to your team. Lauren's getting married. Okay. Okay. She is awesome. She really is awesome. I used to be friends with her on Twitter, so I haven't seen. Maybe she got off Twitter. I don't know. Maybe she unfriended me. Would make sense. I mean, we don't really know each other, so it would make sense. But anyway, man, good luck to your team. Hope they do well with the foosball, with the college foosball. I cannot say your catchphrase because Freya, my wife, is in the other room, and she is an LSU fan. I am not, but she is. And she gets very salty whenever I say, roll tide. So I'm not going to say it. I'm just not going to say it. Perth Comic says, ready when you are. Ready when you are. Is everybody ready? All right, let's go ahead and get our copies up and running because, yeah, I'm already running behind. So let's get this party started. Once my Valkyrie, Tina, says she's ready, we will begin. All right, Geeks and Gamers. Jeremy, you have a good one, man. Delicious, ready? Does anyone need the platform? Tina, we don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Get on with it. Yes, get on with it. Name the movie. Holy Grail, man. We've watched that on this channel before, man. All right, Tina is ready. Thistleblum, just watched your top 5 overrated films, and I'm still convinced that the only way to get new stories out of Hollywood is actively popularize new books and blogs. Unfortunately, I mean, we still get good original storytelling being told. It's just unfortunately not happening as it should. Will Gentry, evening Odin, evening all, isn't the appropriate response to someone saying roll tide to say War Eagle? I guess it is. Edward Coleman, who's normally in the chat, he has that as a part of his name. So he loves to troll Jeremy with that name. Patrick Duff's ready. Stephanie is here. Steph, go ahead. Are you watching with us tonight? Get your copy ready. I'll wait for Steph. I ain't got time to bleed. I made it. I'm sweating and hurt, but here I is. Okay, Steph. Just let me know if you are ready for the movie or if you are watching it with us. Because we will start if either you have the movie ready or you will not be watching it with us. Because it's 85 minutes. I want to get done a little after 7. There's going to be no vote tonight because we already have our next 2 movies laid out for us. So this will be the night that we take a night off of voting. Steph says begin. All right, guys. So we will be beginning the movie in 3, 2, 1. The last Christmas movie of the season, everybody. It's been a very good December. We've had some very good movies on this stream. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And I am very excited. Again, I have not seen this movie in forever. Proceed. Man, it's been a long time. Look at those graphics, though. Oh, look at that. Bzz, 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 bzz. Jim Henson Productions, man. One of my favorite parts. What theme park is it at? I guess it would be in loving memory of Jim Henson and Richard Hunt. Aw, that's sweet. God, it's been so long. Back when Disney was excellent and could do no wrong. So never mind, it would be in Disney. I don't know why I asked that question. So one of my favorite, Brian Henson. Oh! I forgot that Brian Henson did this. But anyway, one of my favorite parts of Disney World is the Muppet ride, which is not even a ride. It's an experience, the 3D experience, and it's awesome. From the novel by Charles Dickens. We are still in the Christmas season, everybody, so I am quite excited. Starring Kermit the Frog here as Bob Cratchit. Fun story, I've been in a production of Scrooge, Scrooge the Musical, and I was Bob Cratchit. And it was actually my first first lead role, actually. First title role with a actual solo song. So obviously it has a lot of meaning here for me, especially since one of the women that played my daughters is well on her way to being a Broadway star. So it's really cool to have been in the same show as her, you know, and to be supportive of her. Steph says, where you go? Do you have a date with Freya? It's a group date. So it's mostly because a friend of ours who lives in Maine is in town, and it is not in town very often. And so we're all going to get together to celebrate that. And also we were already planning on celebrating dinner together anyway, because me and my brother and my sister-in-law, we all have cards for this restaurant. So we figured it was a perfect combination. Missile Thistleblum, I also played Bob Cratchit. I was in 7th grade. It was early high school for me when I played that role. Little Tiny Tim was adorable. It was actually the real-life brother of one of the daughters in the show. And he was so tiny, I was actually like, I came on stage with him on my shoulder. Like the legit everything from the classic images. Oh my god, I love the Muppets. I'm already excited to see live action and Muppets. Oh, good idea. Of course it's a good idea. Yes, indeed, Steph. I know. We are adorable. Rouge Jedi, what's going on? Again, guys, if you want me to read a comment or answer a question, I will do the very best that I can as I watch the movie. But make sure you put Odin, just the name Odin, anywhere in the comment, and it'll light up for me. And then that way I know that you want me to say hello, and my Valkyrie will take care of the rest. Brian Henson. I just love Muppets. They're so funny. I think something that I would love to do at some point in my life would be featured in a movie as a Muppet voice. That'd be so much fun. So much fun. That's great. Oh, Gonzo. Supply and demand. It's a Trap says, I could do something like that for you, my lord. Yes, it's a Trap. Yes, indeed you could. Go check out the It's a Trap Productions YouTube channel, guys. Give them some love. Don't tell us your hand. Tell us the story. Yeah, that's right. Marley was dead to begin with. I love how they have their own commentary on the story as they tell it. It's fantastic. Force Ghost Jeremy, have you ever seen Avenue Q, a very adult version of Muppets? Damn right I have. I've seen it. I actually saw it on Broadway. And last year, actually, I saw it off Broadway. It was the first time that my wife had ever seen it. And, oh, it's so good. Oh, yes. Legend. Mr. Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge. The size of a tangerine. All I can think, whenever I think about Michael Caine, all I can think of are his lines from the Dark Knight trilogy. That's right, there's original music in this. I forgot about that. Avenue Q is fantastic, though. Seriously, it's so damn good. Oh, this song! I remember this one now. There goes Mr. Humbug. Oh, it's great. Oh, the singing vegetables. Even the vegetables don't like him. Now that says something to you. Oh, Michael Caine is such a damn legend, man. It's a Trap says, I was just reciting some of the lines the other night while cleaning. Nice. That's awesome. Joint Specialist, what's up, bruv? Have you heard of the Caine-Hackman theory? No. What? I've never heard of that theory before, ever in my life. But Michael Caine is awesome. Oh, that was a little person. Nice, Disney. Nah. There goes Mr. Outrage. There goes Mr. Smear. Sergeant Ghost, what's up, bruv? Life is fine, man. Just watching a movie. Eric with a K. Bah, humbug, Odin. I missed the start of it. That's all good, man. We're only 7 minutes in. Proper Jeremy, a friend of mine in college, is the son of the guy who plays the Swedish chef in this movie and currently plays Cookie Monster. His family is full of talented peoples. Miss them greatly. Dude, that's awesome, man. I love Swedish Chef. Anthony Franklin, don't forget to say Sir Michael Caine. Sorry, Sir Michael Caine. Joint Specialist says, Caine-Hackman theory is from the movie PCU and states that on cable, there's always a film on starring Michael Caine or Gene Hackman. That's an interesting theory. Look at him! He's so young! He's so young. He's a perfect Mr. Scrooge, too, man. Oh, my God. No one can say it better than that. Humbug. That's badass. I love it. 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 This really is a dirty city. Oh, this is so good. It's great because it tells you the story, but with extra bits in it that are good for kids. It's brilliant. Oh, Kermit the Frog. It's Kermit the Frog here. Proper Jeremy says, I saw the Muppets live at the Hollywood Bowl over a year ago. One of the best live shows there. Oh, that's awesome. Tina. And once again, Odin has shut down on my Chromebook. I'm having to type on my iPhone, so please. Tina, I'm so sorry. Patrick Duff, when I was in 4th grade, nobody in school liked the Muppets. Oh, really? That's so sad. It's so great. Like, look at this. Huh? Oh, tomorrow's Christmas, sir. Oh, they're so funny. They're so funny. Don Hudson says, thanks to Santa, I have Lego bombs all over the floor. Curse you, Santa. Oh, no, Hudson. Harvest time for the moneylenders. He's so evil. He plays the evil character so well. Our assets are frozen. Oh, that's great. This is an island in the sun. See, that's what Muppets add to it, man. Perth Comics says, did you ever see the original Star Wars characters appear on the Muppet Show? I don't think so. Maybe. Proper Jeremy says, this was Steve Whitmer's first performance as Kermit. Lots of pressure, I'd imagine, but he did a great job, and the impact interpretation of the character had lasted over 2 decades. Seriously, can't tell the difference. That's what I love about the Muppets especially, is that they've had different people do the voices, and yet they all sound very, very similar, if not the same person. Patrick McDuff says, yes, because most of the people in my 4th grade school thought that Muppets Christmas Carol was a movie for little kids. A family movie doesn't mean that it's just for kids. I've said that constantly. Star Wars is a family movie, but it's not a kids movie. Family movie, yes, because it's for all people. Oh my God. Not quite speechless. You keep Christmas in your own way. And I say, God bless it. Oh, Beaker. I love Beaker. Beep, beep, beep. I'm Professor Honeydew. Me, me, moo. Oh, I love it. I love it. Beaker might be one of my favorite Muppet characters of all time. His poor little face. He is the Willow of Muppet characters. But this is the saddest face. Proper Jeremy. Odin, you can tell, but it doesn't bother you because it's consistent and his attitude is consistent with Kermit. Most Muppeteers know this, though. Yeah, makes sense to me. Clara. What a beautiful name. That's the only thing funnier than a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Fred. Humbug. It's so funny. About the donation? I know how to treat the poor. That's cold. Decrease the surplus population. Man, heartless man. You're a mean one, Mr. Scrooge. It just adds something special because Michael Caine takes it so seriously. But he's with Muppets. So you get the seriousness of the story, but you also get the beauty of the Muppets. It's so fantastic. Mike G, what's going on, bruv? Oh. Penny for this song, governor? Someone needs to make a gif of Michael Caine throwing that. That's just perfect. Oh, it's so good. Man, back in the old days when you had to write everything. But it appears to be closing time. Tomorrow's Christmas. It hardly seems customary for Christmas Day. take the day off. Frank Oz, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I agree with Proper Jeremy. I wish more writers would recognize what works with the Muppets instead of trying to make them something they're not. Have a great stream. Well, thank you, Frank Oz. I appreciate that, man. And I also love the name. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it, man. But no, I think that you're absolutely right there. I actually really liked the first Muppets movie they remade, like the more recent ones. The second one sucked. The second one they just tried to do way too much, and it just wasn't good. Didn't have good actors in it either. The first one was actually really good, I thought. I enjoyed it. But I totally agree with you there, for sure. Oh, there's magic in the air. If this is his first time doing the Kermit voice, he's knocking the singing out, too. That's great. Oh, the rats. I love it. Damn right, Frank. Damn right, man. Patty Maduff says, my favorite Muppet movie as a kid was Muppets in Space. I've never seen Muppets in Space. Stephanie B, what if that was really Frank Oz? That would be awesome, Steph. That would be incredible, actually, if that was really Frank Oz. Ta-da! I love all these little characters. It reminds me of the second January film that we're doing, Labyrinth. Another great use of Henson puppetry. Oh, it's so great. Feel it arrive. The Saints? They just mentioned the Saints, everybody. It's the Penguins' Christmas skating party. Penguins are great, too. I love the Penguins also. Beaker's definitely, though, one of my all-time favorites. Beaker and Swedish Chef. I don't know why I choose characters that you can't really understand. Oh, the flubbity flubiter. Oh, Kermit. Oh, boy. That little foot. There's something in the wind today. Faith is in our hearts today. We're shining like the sun. That's beautiful. Could you imagine if they tried to remake a Muppet's Christmas Carol today? It would be awful. It would be so woke. I love anytime the face moves for Kermit when he's like thinking. Oh, poor little bunny. Poor little bunny. He didn't know any better. Marleys were dead and decaying in their graves. Why are you whispering? It's for dramatic emphasis. So good. Perth Comics says, non-Greta trivia, Gonzo has a long-standing romantic relationship with Camila the chicken. Really? What? Is that true? Patrick Duff says, Odin the Muppets Christmas Carol could never be made in today's world. Not in the way that it should be made. That's for damn sure. Jacob Marley. Talk about making a scary moment in like live action versions of the movie, both scary and funny at the same time. Humbug. Jeremy Swigs, what's up, bruv? Perth Comics, damn right, man. It's so sad. And he keeps on going. He continues the narration. Gonzo. What a legend. What a legend. Also, any patrons watching, have any of you listened to the podcast episode today? Just wondering. It's okay if you haven't. How do you know what Scrooge is doing? Storytellers are omniscient. I know everything. Peabody, where is the podcast? I can't see it. If you go to the Patreon page, it'll be a post. So just go to the Owens Movie Blog page, and you should see it as a post. Patrick Maduff says, you might need to be signed in order to see it. So if you're not signed in, you won't see it because you have to be a patron in order to see it. So unless you're signed in to Patreon, you might not see it. That might be why. Patrick McDuff says, Odin in Muppets in Space, they show that Gonzo is actually an alien and gets kidnapped by the government. What? I mean, I believe it because it's Gonzo, but interesting. Very interesting. And Peabody, welcome, 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 man. You're going mad, sir. A ruby the size of a tangerine. It's my best dressing gown. No harm done. That's quite a dinner you have there, Scrooge. Is that cheese and bread? Butter and bread? Proper, you've never seen Muppets from Space? I have never seen it. No, I have not. Darth Moral Odin! What's up, Darth Moral? Welcome, 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 bruv. We're about 25 minutes into Muppet Christmas Carol. It's lovely so far. It's been a very long time since I have seen it, so I'm glad to be seeing it once again. I love how it's like balancing almost perfectly the edge between being serious but also being playful because it's Muppets. It's great. It's wonderful. It's a balance that a lot of films, even films that are written in today's world that are meant to be these dramedies, even they can't toe the line as well as this film is right now. So it says a lot about this. Thanks, Darth Moral. I appreciate it, man. I will continue to call them out. You got it, man. Peabody, let me know if signing in helps and if you're able to see it from there. Also, I do love how they altered the story to have both of them show up as ghosts at the same time. It's a good change. Like, there are certain parts of stories that should never be changed. This is actually a good change. Oh yeah, the ghosts are awesome. A bit of undigested beef. Yes. There's more than gravy than grave about you. That's such a great line. Leave comedies to the bear, Ebenezer. Oh! Aquaman will hit 1.2 billion. It'll definitely break $1 billion. Can't wait to see what the box office numbers are after this weekend. It's probably going to be close to 750, I would imagine. Patrick McDuff says, what is your favorite Muppets movie that you've seen? Probably Muppets Christmas Carol. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but it is probably my favorite. Muppets Treasure Island is also fantastic. Actually, yeah, you know what? Probably Muppets Treasure Island because Tim Curry is in it, and I love Tim Curry. Eric with a K says, excuse me for a few minutes, Odin. I've got Dance Magic, Dance from Labyrinth stuck in my mind, and I've got to listen to it. Damn right, Eric with a K, you listen to that amazing song. 2 weeks from today, we'll be watching that movie. We're Marley and Marley. Woo! I think it was their money. I do love how A Christmas Carol uses the concept of chains about all the things that you've done in life and how they weigh you down and hold you back. It's a very good metaphor for sin, actually. It's a very Christian concept for these chains in life. Haunted, I've already had enough of that. He plays it so great. Awesome, Peabody. Glad to hear it. Peabody says, luckily I have an evil twin. Couldn't remember my password. That's why you have the evil twin in the first place, Peabody. Glad to hear it, though, man. I'm glad that you found it. All of us fall short. None of us are perfect. We all have chains. All we can do is do the very best that we can to break them while we can. Otherwise, they will hold us back. Perth Comics says, framing is a bit weird, cutting off the top of Michael's head. Really? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Should we worry about the kids in the audience? No, it's all right. This is culture. I wish we still had that same mindset. I feel like everything is so simplified and babified that it's having our kids remain kids longer. Humbug. Let's see. Heights and jumping from them. God save my little broken body. Oh, that's great. Oh, geez, I forgot my jelly beans. You can fit through those bars? Yeah. You're such an idiot. Perth Comic says, I wanted to be a camera operator at one point, so it looked odd to me. But I'd say I didn't notice that shot, so maybe I just missed it. But yeah, I mean, I love cinematography. I actually thought about doing something similar to that earlier in my life as well. I actually have done cinematography for a couple of really low budget, no budget independent films. A couple of them are on YouTube. I might share those with y'all at some point. I think they're decently framed for what they are for a non-professional. Gonzo. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now that's downright creepy. Oh, it's so creepy. I forgot about this first ghost. That is so creepy. I do like how they made their own unique Muppet for the ghost instead of trying to use a pre-established one. Oh, those effects, though. Nothing. Well, just hold on. Yeah, I think it's a Muppet they made specifically for the movie and nothing else. Still better effects than half the movies that come out today. Because they're not overusing it. It's for a purpose, and it works. It is the past. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Damn right, Perth Comics. Darth Morrill says, hashtag boycott Captain Marvel, watch Shazam. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go see Captain Marvel. I'm not going to pay to see it, but I'm going to go see it. I'm going to buy a ticket to something else and then go walk in to see it. That's that way I can come back to you guys and tell you what's good, if anything, and what's bad. But I actually really want to see Shazam anyway, so no problems there. Peabody says, that's not the Dawn, it's the Clark Griswold house. Oh, it's true. That's a good one, Peabody. Oh, the cat. Safe at last. No. Tina says, has nothing to do with the Muppets, but I'd like to recommend the documentary Jodorowsky's Dune about the weird director Alejandro Jodorowsky's attempt to make Dune in 1975. I heard about it. I need to see the actual Dune first and the documentary from what I've heard, so I still need to see a lot of 2018 films first. I have the next week off from school, so I have plenty of time to be able to actually start watching some of those. Tina, he made it. It would have been... Had he made it, it would have been beaten. It would have beaten George Lucas by 2 years in setting up a new world. Interesting. Okay, I've heard good things about Dune. I'm actually extremely excited though for the Denis Villeneuve version, because if anyone can do justice to a story like that, from as complex as I hear that it is, it's Denis Villeneuve. Eric with a K, I am back. Odin's sons and daughters. Damn right, Eric with a K. Glad to have you back. Yeah, the poor kitty. Aristotle. Dante. What does that say? Oh, Moliere. Shakespeare. Rizzo and Gonzo. Sounds about right. Oh. Thistleblum says, I highly recommend the Sci-Fi Channel version of Dune. Really? The Sci-Fi Channel did a version of Dune? Was it made for Sci-Fi Channel? I thought there was only like one version of Dune. I don't know. Not gonna lie, it would be hilarious if they had made his younger self into a Muppet. That would have been fantastic. Oh, poor little Ebenezer. Peabody says, you forget Gonzo is Dickens. No, I remember that he's Dickens, but he's also Gonzo. I know what you're trying to say about the heads, but... I had 1,274 brothers and sisters. That's a very creepy Muppet. playing the ghost. I can't stop saying that. I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, it's good that it's creepy, but Thistleblum says Odin it was. This was back in '99. Interesting. Tina says Sci-Fi did a TV miniseries about Dune, and then there's the Lynch version. Oh, David Lynch. So, Tina, which one would you recommend? The series or the movie? Oh, that's great. Oh, Sam Eagle. It's perfect. That's perfect. Tina says, I've only seen the David Lynch's Wild version. There's 2 versions of that, the theatrical and the extended he didn't approve of. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Keep your nose to the grindstone. A man of business. Darth Morrill. It is late, but thoughts in... I know it's late, but thoughts in the James Gunn firing. I was okay with it because I thought his comments, even if they were 10 years ago, were very disturbing and worth looking into. And so that's the reason why I feel the way that I do about that. But yeah, I think that they were right to, as you know, being Disney. Do I think they're hypocritical for doing it with other people still being employed? Absolutely. But in that individual case, I agree with it overall. Joe K470 says, I heard you're an old school wrestling fan. Just want to say rest in peace, Leon Big Van Vader, white one more time before 2018 is over. Damn right, man. Damn right. Yeah, I'm a big old school wrestling fan. Love it. And yeah, I always hate when we find out wrestlers pass away because normally they are way too young, like in their 50s or 60s, and it's just it's so sad. Light the lamp, not the rat. Oh, Rizzo. It's a Fuzzy-Wig Christmas party. Oh, Fozzie Bear. Yeah, Macho Man was taken way too early as well. But yeah, Attitude Era was definitely my favorite time in wrestling. Modern wrestling, at least as far as like the main show goes, sucks, but it's been really cool to see products like NXT under Triple H's control, and of course a lot of other independent scenes do very, very well. So even as bad as mainstream wrestling is as far as WWE is concerned, there's some really good stuff going on as well. Animal. Thank you. Fezziwig and Mob. That's a speech. It was dumb. It was pointless. It was short. I loved it. Sometimes I feel that way. Darth Morrill says, Odin, who will win Box Office Shazam or Captain SJW? If I'm going to give you my honest opinion, I think Captain SJW at this point will win that box office, at least in the opening. I'll have to wait to see the initial numbers before I make a prediction on what will make more in the long run. But just based on the types of movies that they are, it seems to indicate that Shazam will not do as well. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'll be able to make a better. I'll be able to make a better judgment later on. Waka waka. Animal. Animal. I love Animal too. He's great. Oh, he's fantastic too. Oh, she's pretty. I don't know who any of these other actors are, but it's interesting that they got Michael Caine and they didn't really get anybody else. It's very interesting. Perth Comics says Shazam looks like fun, which has been missing from the DCU. I agree, Perth. I think it's going to do well, and I'm going to go see it because it, as you said, looks like fun, which is something that up until Aquaman they really didn't have much of. At least good. Like Suicide Squad tried to do it, but did it very, very poorly. So I definitely can't wait to see Shazam. But box office is an entirely different game altogether. It really depends. Do not show me that Christmas. It really does depend on where it opens, how it does in those various countries. Like China, of course, is a big one. Because I think Captain Marvel has a chance to do better as a Marvel property in China than Shazam does. But we shall see. Patrick McDuff says Animal is the best character from Muppets. Yeah, I like Animal a lot. My favorite is Beaker, though. Lit AF Pompiani. So, Odin, I finally saw Aquaman, and I see where you're coming from on it. I don't know. The action was crazy, though. No, again, Pompiani, if you had fun with it, I think that's totally legitimate. I think it's a fun movie. But as a critical mind who doesn't get caught up in the stuff that other critics do, I can't ignore certain elements of the film that bothered me. So, the biggest one being Black Manta being a total waste of a character. Just the way they presented him. Spirit, show me no more. Why do you delight in torturing me? I wonder whatever happened to that Muppet. Darth Morrill, thoughts on Kevin Feige saying Marvel is going all out diverse? I have not actually seen the interview that he did. I have not seen his exact wording, but if they decide to go down the same route as Star Wars and try and go woke, they will go broke, and it will not end well for them. And that might be the perfect window that DC needs to start to do better. But it requires them to tell very good stories, which even up to now, they have a lot of trouble with. Will Gentry says, I disagree about James Gunn. I know two guys who regularly make jokes that it's sick and twisted, but I know that they both would never harm a fly. I wouldn't do stuff they joke about, so I don't judge James Gunn for it. But those are people that you know versus someone that you don't know who is also a Hollywood person who went to a party where they essentially mocked pedophilia. He went to a To Catch a Predator party. That is just bizarre to me. So I understand where you're coming from, though. But I have no proof that he did anything wrong. But I think that, you know, if I was in Disney's position, now the difference is that they knew about those tweets beforehand, that you know that they did. So it is hypocritical of them to ignore it for as long as they did. But at the same time, if I was in their position, I probably would have done the same thing. Just going to be honest. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that he tore Kevin Feige a new one. Another custom Muppet. It's a great commentary on the present, too. I love it. That was a really cool effect. I liked how he shrunk. They've also got great face effects on this gigantic Muppet as well. It's great. Will Gentry says, I think people are reading too much into Feige's comment. 19 of 20 Marvel films had a white male lead, so being more diverse than 19 out of 20 films so far is not going to make full SJW. And again, Will Gentry, that's the reason why I need to read the comments for myself before I make a comment on it. All I can say, though, is if they try and do what they did with Star Wars, where they're being diverse for the sake of being diverse and not actually, you know, just casting the best people for the job, then at that point, I would probably have an issue with it. But again, I'm not making a comment on it yet because I have not actually read the entire interview that he gave, so. But I love how Christmas Present ages, and I just think it's a great commentary on how the present isn't always with us. The present does age. The present is, I don't know. I love it. I think it's really cool. Will Gentry says, yeah, I get why people feel how they do about James Gunn, and such parties are weird, but hell, man, all Hollywood is that weird. No, Will Gentry, like, you are totally right, and that's the reason why going after James Gunn is the tip of the iceberg. He is, like, probably the smallest fish that should be fried in Hollywood, because there are actual Hollywood producers that many people in Hollywood know have done disgusting things and yet defend them because they have power. Just look at what happened with Harvey Weinstein. He was protected and still is protected by a lot of people. Like, it's so crazy that you have people like Meryl Streep, who, you know, because of how powerful she is, knew everything that he must have done, and yet stood up for him, gave me a standing ovation, thanked him over God in one of her speeches. I mean, these Hollywood types are disgusting, and that's the reason why, unless you are a hardcore liberal SJW, you can't have a career there unless you are completely silent on everything. So yeah, man, I totally understand you, man. G Monkey says, Odin, right or wrong, the only reason Gunn got fired is because Disney fired Roseanne. Gunn fits Hollywood better than the pro-Trump Roseanne. Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably a lot of different things that led to him being fired, but I think that the bad image definitely hurt him. Look at Michael Caine, oh, so happy dancing. It feels like Christmas. Aw. Christmas. It's a pretty song. Show me family. Thistleblum, Kevin Spacey says that he's ready to name names concerning an elite pedo ring that includes many politicians, including Bill Clinton, and Hollywood elites, including Harvey Weinstein. Do it then. See, here's the problem, is that they're all talk and no action. And that's like my biggest problem with the hashtag MeToo movement, because there are people who actually have been assaulted who are putting their stories out there, but then they don't go after the people. They don't name people. They don't name names. And it's like, okay, it's great that you're finally having the courage to talk about it, but go the step further and get these jack-offs in prison. Or at least get their names out there so that way people can understand who they really are. But I hope Kevin Spacey does, man. I really hope. Because they threw him under the bus so quickly for everything that happened to him. And you called? Oh. Oh, poor Scrooge. Poor Scrooge. That was a very good transition, too. Darth Morrill says, what do you think about Brexit? I mean, it's not my country. I don't live there, so I don't understand all the intricacies of it. But if that's what the people want, then that's what the people should get. I believe in independence, and I believe in sovereign nations as being a member of one. So if that's what the people want, then I think you should respect the decision of the people. But that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Whether or not it's economically feasible or smart, I honestly wouldn't know. And I think it's beyond my place to say anything about it. But I can just talk about the things that I do support and the things I do like. Lit AF Bompiani says, Odin, you almost used Pittsburgh slang, but it's jag-offs, not jack-offs. See, I'm telling you, just become a Steeler fan. We'll welcome you with open arms. The NFL sucks. The NFL does suck. I don't want to become a fan of any team at this point. Will Gentry says, I'm English, and don't get me started on Brexit. Yeah, I figured as much. That's why I won't say any commentary on it, because I don't live there, so I don't have to live with any of the consequences. I knew you weren't suited for literature. I love how Miss Piggy is the wife, and there's like the little piggies and then the little Kermit. Belinda. Whatever. Piggy's a great character too. I love the dynamic, especially between Piggy and Kermit. Oh, little Kermit. Bum beam bum beam bum ba beam bum dum bum bum. Per the comics, Odin, are they cooking a Muppet? I didn't actually check. They're eating their own kind. Oh, little tiny Tim. Oh, yeah. It's so cute. He's such a cute little Muppet. I'm very glad they didn't try and go totally realistic and have like a half pig or a part pig, part frog thing, because that would have been terrifying. Wait for me. Darth Morrill, what's your favorite movie of all time? I have a top 3 list. I don't really have an all-time favorite because it changes constantly. 12 Angry Men, It's a Wonderful Life, and Casablanca. But I also love a lot of other films too. Like The Dark Knight's great. I love this movie called Whiplash. I talk about a favorite movie of mine in my podcast on the Patreon page called The Majestic. So it's hard to ask a movie critic what their favorite movie is because there's always a complicated answer. Oh. He wanted to be seen, so they remembered that Jesus made the lame. Oh, it's so great. Oh, it's so great. Bob Cratchit. The founder of the feast. The little pigs. Choke. The children. Christmas Day. Per Comic says, are the mini piggies and mini Kermies their kids? Why aren't they hybrids? I just said that. I'm glad they're not hybrids, because that would be disturbing. Oh, little Tiny Tim. I have no doubt. Oh, there it is. God bless us, everyone. So cute. Oh no, he sings a song. I forgot. Oh my God, he's so cute. Such a softie. Oh. Bless us all who gather here. Oh. No place on earth compares with home. Oh, it's a sweet song. They don't make movies like this anymore. Muppets or otherwise. Darth Morrill says, when school is back, you will still be doing daily... Will you still be doing daily uploads? Yeah, I do daily uploads all the time. Timing might change on it, because I've been doing earlier uploads lately, so that might change, but I do everything I can to put an upload out every single day, so... Yeah, the only thing that will change is the time, and that's pretty much it. Let us run from anger. So sweet. Bless us one and all. Tina says, Odin said he's going to make a schedule. I told him we don't need no stinging schedule, and his Valkyries will appreciate it. That was funny. I wish I could post the pic here. Oh, boy. Darth Maul says, please do a British accent. I found a ruby the size of a tangerine. I'm terrible at British accents. Especially since I have people from the UK watching. I don't want to insult them with my terrible accent. Oh, well, thank you, Darth Morrill. Perth Comics says, Scrooge is happy he will have more child workers in the future. Probably. Oh, that little cough. That poor little cough. I think I have the black lung, Pop. Oh, he's aging. Oh. Light bulb. My time grows short. Of course, Dev, I will do the very best that I can. I've already talked to Freya, and we just need to get the times set. I'll put it in my schedule, and once it's in my schedule, I will let you guys know about it. But preliminary schedule is Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. So 3 out of the 4 days of the week, with the option to do random streams during the day on a Saturday or during the day on a Sunday. But again, I love the Ghost of Christmas Present might be my favorite iteration because of just the concept of the present fading. not always being with us. Tina says, and it's the pic of the Star Wars toilet paper. I wish I could post a picture here. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's so damn good. Damn right, Steph. Ghost of Christmas yet to come. God. Christmas presents the best. Darth Marvel says, I've got a bad feeling about this. CM, Captain Marvel. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I have a lot of doubts about Captain Marvel. I hope that they are unfounded, but we shall see. Oh, my little baby snoring. Sorry, my just got a video of my dog. God, Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come has always terrified me. Yeah. As do us all, Scrooge. That's for damn sure. You're on your own, folks. We'll meet you at the finale. I'm willing to follow and to learn with a faithful heart. Patrick McDuff says, the ghost of Christmas Yet to Come is after you. Don't say that. I sure hope not. But it's a great story of morality and how there is redemption for sins, that you can never be too far gone. If even someone like Scrooge, who's portrayed as one of the most despicable persons, can find redemption, like, all of us can, but it requires what? Metanoia, a change of heart. That's why it's beautiful. Darth Morrow says, Odin, apart from Odin, what is your favorite comic book character? Wolverine's awesome. I actually like Hulk a lot. I'm not a big comics guy, to be perfectly honest. I have always been a movie person, obviously Odin's movie blog. But I appreciate comics. I appreciate what they've done. But as far as like comic book characters as movies, Thor is definitely one of my favorites, especially after Thor Ragnarok, because of his badass just existence and lightning and everything. And of course Odin, because he's a badass. And it's been my nickname since high school, so. Sad he didn't die years ago, the old skinflint. Mine is Thor and Batman. Oh yeah, if we're going to go beyond Marvel, then definitely Batman. Batman the Animated Series was one of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid, and it's one of the reasons why I know so much about Batman, because of how loyal the animated series was to the comic book lore. Because I have really good friends that are huge comic book fans, and they'd be talking about stuff about Batman. I'd say, hey, actually, I know that character, and it was really cool just to understand so much more from that series. I wish they would make more series like that that are very loyal to the comics. Thistlebloom, I was also in a play called Inspecting Carol, where I played an actor playing Scrooge. Interesting. That's actually really cool. That's actually really interesting. Patrick McDuff says, Mark Hamill Joker is the best Joker. Voice-wise, maybe. Heath Ledger is still my favorite Joker, though, to be perfectly honest, because he's one of my all-time favorite actors, so. I wrote an entire, 10-page paper on him and on the concept of stardom itself. So, should give you an idea of how much I like his character. Was it 10? Maybe it was 20. It was a lot. It was like a whole, it was an entire class. The only grade we had was this star study. So we had the entire semester to work on it. So, yeah. so quiet? Why is it so quiet, Spirit? Darth Maul says, I really like Mark Hamill, but disappointed with how much of an SJW he has become. Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes with the territory. He's an actor, so most actors are indeed of that ilk. Oh, poor Miss Piggy. Just the lamp lighted hurts my eyes. Dude, Michael Caine gives the performance. So solid. Again, it's so great to have his performance next to Muppets. I know it sounds crazy, but it really is such a great dynamic between the two. Do I watch Chuck or Psych? No, I do not. Oh no, his other son. The often forgotten frog. Well, hello, girls. Hello, Peter. Hello, Peter. That's a great name. Setting B, great Miss Piggy voice. Thank you. Oh. I picked a spot for Tim. Great friends. You can see the ducks on the river. He always loved watching the ducks on the river. Oh no. Per Comic says, I feel Hamill is being a part SJW to stay employed. That might be true. Darth Maul says, please do the Rian Johnson voice. Maybe. Tina loves Chuck. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, I do know that much. I do know that much about him being in Shazam. Thistleblum, if you read Inspecting Carol, you can find the exact incident where SJW politics infected popular media. Really interesting. Well, you see, if I had made this movie, I would have had Tiny Tim would never have existed at all, and because it would have subverted everyone's expectations, because everyone's expecting Tiny Tim. Ah, the poor little, the little hat and the little cane. It's so cute. Breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. Must we return to this place? Ooh. And this is where it all comes down. Was that Odin's Rian Johnson invitation? Yes, it was. It's always a crowd pleaser. Well, you know, if I had done this, It's the biggest question that we have. Are these things that will be or things that can be? The future is uncertain. The future is undetermined. The future is what you make it to be. So for anyone that thinks I can never change, the only thing that's keeping you from changing is yourself. And that's why this movie is so great, because, once again, is it easy? Obviously, Scrooge goes on an extremely difficult journey here. A life can be made right. That's so true. It's so true. Again, even the worst of the worst can be redeemed. But it requires that desire, that internal desire, or as I always like to describe it, the term for it in Christianity at the very least is a metanoia, or a change of heart. God, he gives it here. Own it, Caine. Own Michael Caine. Why would you spoil this me? Great line. I will live my life in the past, present, and future. God, so damn powerful. God, so good. Darth Maul says, I do think if Brie Larson doesn't shut up, then Captain Marvel will bomb. No, I agree. She needs to stop talking. Perth Comics, there is no fate but what we make. Damn right. Damn right. I love the Muppets Christmas Carol. Patrick McDuff, I'm right there with you, man. Darth Maul says, a lot of people are saying Endgame will be #1 box office. I think Lion King is being underestimated. Nah. Endgame will be #1 at the box office. Lion King might not do as well as you think it will. Keep in mind, the 3 biggest flops of 2018, Disney. So, damn right, Scrooge. Oh, they're not torn down. They're here. And I'm here. Oh! I'm as light as a feather, as happy as an angel. Oh, it's so great. I love it. Peabody says, damn you, Odin. Even a Muppet movie makes me weep like a sap. I know! Seriously! It's so powerful, and Michael Caine gives such a great performance. You there, boy. I always love this interaction. I love this. Let's see. Darth Morrill says, do you think Aquaman has any chance of beating Black Panther, or is that a dream? Definitely has a chance. I mean, Black Panther only made $1.3 billion, so there's definitely a chance it can make that much. Depends on how quickly it reaches $1 billion. If it reaches $1 billion in 2 weeks, then yes, absolutely. If it takes more than 2 weeks, then at that point, I think it'll settle at 1.1, 1.2 billion. But we'll see. Merry Christmas. Oh, Beaker. Put me down for. Beaker. Oh, it gives him the scarf. Beaker. The Willow of Muppets characters. Oh. Yeah, China's a big... Yeah, Kiko Rogers depends on China. But right now, it's made like 50% of its foreign gross from China alone, which is very high. Normally, it's about 30%. Follow me, lad. Damn right, Michael Caine. You sing it. You and east to me. Love, hope, and peace to me. With a grateful prayer and a thankful heart. Glass raised to toast your health. And a promise to share the wealth. Jeremy Swiggs, Odin, I made a guy at work angry when he ever heard me say Captain SAW isn't my hero. Nice. Darth Merle says, Odin, over in the UK, Aquaman is the thing. It will pull out a lot here. Probably, Darth. You're right. Again, that's why I said in 2 weeks we'll know whether or not it's going to beat Black Panther or not. You simply count his friends. Yeah, sing it, Michael Caine. can be. I love his walk with the hands. So great. Love it. Perth Comics, if you are feeling the Christmas spirit, how about a digital cookie for everyone here? Well, you're earning digital cookies as you watch the stream, so. The way he walks with his hands, it's so great. Aw, his old teacher. Will be used now to sing your praise, to beg you to share my days. I will hold you close in a thankful heart, close, thankful heart. Great song. Such a great song. I have leftover banana pudding, but it's not digital pudding. Well, I guess that's a good thing because it means you get to eat it. So. They're all chocolate chip. Always. And since they're digital, if you're allergic, that's okay. A plebeian is someone who has not watched nearly enough. That's what they are. So here you are. You say we're not at work. Oh, but Mr. Scrooge, sir, we did discuss it. When I do a thing like that. Fizzleblum, I still have almost 4 gallons of pumpkin. I still have to bake those cookies. Oh, yes. Pardon? Oh, pardon? Raise your salary and pay your mortgage on this house. Piggy's reaction. Oh, come inside. Merry Christmas, Peabody. The poor rabbit has been carrying a turkey 5 times his weight through the whole song. Yep, but he's so joyous about it that it doesn't feel a thing. I love that. Such a great part in the movie. And Tiny Tim, who did not die. So great. Tina, I think Odin has it on Google Play. It's not on any free platforms. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not. I'm watching it on Google Play. I rented it. Oh, Tiny Tim! Tiny Tim! God bless us. God bless us, everyone. You tell them, Michael Caine. Oh, great ending song. Lee the Lightning, thank you for the Australian $10, man. Happy New Year's, everyone. Hey, Odin, you can now say you were on stream where someone Googled Kathy K. News. Much love, everyone. I got to drive my grandmother around. Happy New Year's. Well, thank you, Lee the Lightning. Happy New Year to you as well, man. And Merry Christmas, of course, as we're still in the Christmas season. And, yes. Thanks for having me on the stream earlier, man. Great ending song. The love we found. Goodbye! Goodbye! Nice story, Mr. Dickens. If you like this, you should read the book. Perfect ending. Perfect ending. Yes. Oh, I love it. Ah, so great. Such a great movie. Well, it is past 7, so I actually have to go. So let me just go ahead and shout out my patrons one more time, since that is a part of the dollar tier at this point. Once again, guys, if you want to know the future of the Patreon tiers and the different levels that are coming your way, those will be up tomorrow. But if you don't want to wait, you can check out the podcast episode that is available to patrons only, and you can listen to it on the actual app. You can listen to it on the website. You can also download it on your phone from the website, from the app itself, and listen to it on whatever app that you want to, at whatever speed you want to as well, so those are options for you. But let me go ahead and shout out A Grey Jedi, Adam Shawhan, Dave Bob, Delete System 32, Donald Hudson, Edward Coleman, Enrique Evangelista, Frank the Tank and the Shawhan Weird Dog Clan, Greta Zenner, Harold Francis, The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey, Inflamed Wood, It's a Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, Claffus, Laura Story, Matthew Kadish, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin, Outpost Dyer, Perpetual Punster, the Proper Jeremy, the DJD Show, Those Two Ball Guys, Tina B, and Wolfgang. Thank you so much for being my patrons. You're amazing. And guys, more is coming to Patreon, more content, more access to other cool things I'm actually very excited for. So please check out the podcast episode if you haven't done so already. And also please check out Patreon tomorrow. I don't have an exact time when the new tiers will be up, but they will be up tomorrow. So that way you'll have the ability to change your donation if you want to. If you want to stay the same, that is perfectly fine. You will find out what your tier will now have, what the tier that you're a part of will have in the future. But just know that if you do want to take advantage of the higher tiers and what they offer, you will have to get that done prior to January 1st, because January 1st is when Patreon charges, and only those people who are charged and have been accepted and they go through for January 1st and the couple days after that it takes for those charges to go through will have access to the extra content and things that I have in store for the higher tiers. So just so you know, if you want access to that, that is going to be necessary, and you'll see why that is the case. And I go into it in further detail in the podcast, and I'll talk about it a little bit more once they are actually live on the channel itself. But hope you all had a very good one. Hope you enjoyed. Let's see, Darth Maul, Spider-Man 2, The Dark Knight. If I had to choose between the two, Dark Knight is definitely the better film. Perth Comics, thank you. You have a good one. Thanks. I will enjoy the dinner. I cannot wait, Peabody. Take your lovely wife and have a great dinner. And thank you for the movie. Thank you very much. I don't know why I went Irish there, but I decided to anyway. Tina says, unfortunately, there are two versions of Blues Brothers, the theatrical and the extended. Let's go with the theatrical if we can, please. Yes, so guys, next week, next Saturday, we're doing Blues Brothers, and it'll be the theatrical version of the film. 2 weeks from tonight, we will be doing Labyrinth. And I cannot wait for that. Big Daddy Sunbeam, you have a good night. All right, guys, seriously, I do have to go. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a great, beautiful night. Thank you so much, my patrons. Go check out the podcast. Give me some feedback. Show me some love. Show me some hate. Whatever it is that you want to do, because I would love to hear back from you guys. You are all amazing and beautiful people. Have a great one, and God bless. Good night, guys.